Number 4. So here we have two variables, right? X and Y. So that changes things up, but we've dealt with that before, so not a big deal. And so first I want to check for GCF, so I'm going to start with the numbers. We just saw 12 in the last one, so use your experience to help you out, right? You don't have to do the whole factor tree. We already know 12 is 2 times 2 times 3 in terms of prime numbers. We know the 2's don't work when you have an odd number, so 2 is not a common factor of all three terms. But the 3 is, right? 3 goes into all those numbers, so we can actually factor out a 3 again on this one. And then check for variables. They do all have variables, but they don't all three have one in common, right? These first two have an X, the last two have a Y, but there's not a variable that all three have in common. So we just factor out the 3. And then we're going to get 4x squared plus 11xy plus 6y squared. Okay, and in case you need a little reminder, all we did is we took the GCF and we divided each term by it, right? And that's how we got those numbers inside there. All right, so now that we get here, now we can see, okay, well, we have a number bigger than 1 there as a, and so it's a complex trinomial situation, right? And so we have to multiply a by c, so 4 times 6, and that gets us 24. And then we want to find numbers we can multiply to get 24 here that we can add to get 11, right? And once again, you might know those right off the bat. If you do, that's great. I'm going to start with 4 and 6 because that gets us kind of part way instead of starting with 1 and 24. And so 4 plus 6 is 10. So that's very close, right? So I need to get these further apart, which means I want to get this to be smaller and this to be bigger, right? And that'll get them further apart. And so I check for 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And 3 plus 8 is 11, right? So we got our values there. So now I'm going to bring down the 3, open up 2 sets of parentheses now. I'm going to put the x here and the y here, right? Since we have 2 variables, that's really the only thing that changes is we put that second variable at the end, right? Because we know y times y equals y squared. All right, and so now I'm going to put the 3 and the 8 in there. Doesn't matter which one goes first or second, but what does matter are the signs. So here, the middle term is positive, so that means our bigger number is going to be positive. And then our second, or really our third sign, the sign of C, is positive, and so that means your signs are going to be the same, right? So this is bigger number. Forgot to write this on the last one, and this is same. Okay, it means the signs are the same. So that means this one's also going to be positive. All right, and so we're not done yet. Now we're gonna take that a term and we're gonna put it underneath both these terms, right? So 8 over 4 reduces to 2 over 1, right? 3 over 4, that doesn't reduce, that just stays the way it is, right? So then we just take that 1 and that can just stay invisible over there. Take the 4, put it in front, and so we get 3 times the quantity of 4x plus 3y times the quantity of 1x plus 2y. And that's it.